Hello friends, welcome to GreyPot. Pumpkin festival and Halloween celebrations are getting extended to many countries year by year. So today let's celebrate this with a toothsome recipe, pumpkin buns. These pumpkin buns are very sweet and the making process is really interesting. So let's get started. First add in 3 to 4 tablespoons of melted butter and half a cup of pumpkin puree. To make this puree, take half a cup of steamed pumpkin and blend that in a blender. Don't forget to discard the skin before blending it. With this, I'm adding 1/4 cup of raw sugar. You can use the regular sugar as well. Now mix it up. Now here I'm adding instant yeast. But if you're adding dry yeast, you have to proof the yeast before adding it. Now let's add 1 cup of warm milk. Now I have taken 1 egg well beaten, but just add half of it and save the other half for egg wash. Now add some salt. Now finally add in the all-purpose flour. Add that in batches. Once the flour is well mixed with all the wet ingredients, keep it aside and rest it for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, sprinkle some flour on your countertop and scrape down the dough and start kneading it. You have to knead this dough really well. If you find it more sticky, you can add more flour and knead it. But be careful not to add too much of flour. You have to knead this dough really well for 10 to 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, you can do the window pane test. That means when you stretch the dough, it is not tearing apart. So this dough has passed the window pane test. Now let's keep this dough in a greased bowl and cover it and let it rest for 2 hours or till it becomes double the size. Now again sprinkle some flour on your countertop, scrape down the dough. Add some flour on top and slightly pat it down. Now let's divide this dough into small portions to make the pumpkin buns. Now take each portions and make it into a ball by stretching the dough from all the sides and bring that to middle. This is a really important step to do, or else your bun will crack at the time of baking. Now let me show you the first method to make the pumpkin buns. Take a thread which is well dusted in the floor, place the dough in the middle and start tying it around the dough. Now tie the thread at the end. Now it looks like a small parcel. Let me show you one more time. Stretch the dough and make that into a ball. Slightly rotate it on the countertop. Place the dough on the thread and start tying it. Now let me show you the second method to make the pumpkin bun. Take a scissors, give a slit on the dough from all four sides. Now you got 4 petals. Now cut each petal again into 2. Let me show you one more time. Make the ball. Give 4 slits. Now cut each petal into 2. Now after making all the designs, give it a rest for 45 minutes. Once the dough is well rested, take a skewer or a chopstick, dip it in flour and make a hole in the middle for those patterns created with scissors. And finally, give an egg wash, which gives a beautiful golden brown color at the time of baking. And you have to do the same with all the batches. Now let's bake this in a 180-degree preheated oven for 20 minutes, but keep an eye on them. When it turns beautiful golden brown color, it's perfectly ready. While it is still warm, brush them with some melted butter, which gives a beautiful glaze for these buns. Now place small cinnamon sticks in middle of the buns to look like pumpkin stems. Our second batch is also ready. Don't forget to apply the melted butter and the cinnamon sticks. Now for the buns, which the design was made with the thread, you have to cool the bun completely and cut the threads from the top. And slowly pull the threads from the bottom. And before start pulling the threads, you have to make sure you have cut all the cross threads on top, or you may break the buns. You have to pull each thread very slowly and gently. Once all the thread is pulled out, our beautiful pumpkin bun is ready. And don't forget to insert the cinnamon stick on top to look like a small, beautiful pumpkin. These buns are really soft and look at the beautiful texture. Our delicious pumpkin buns are ready. Even if you're not celebrating the pumpkin festival, this recipe is worth trying. So definitely try this recipe and give this video a big thumbs up. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Google+. Click the logo to subscribe to GreyPot and don't forget to hit the bell icon for the notifications of new videos. Watch more interesting and unique recipe videos from our channel GreyPot. Do check it out. Thank you.